All it took was one punch KO from the man Tank Davis, man. What a knockout. What a knockout, man. B Marsh Boxing, man. We here with Chris Caban. We live, my G. What's happening with you, man?
You know me, I'm in the winner's slot.
I
Collecting my
feel you,
money
Slim.
tomorrow.
Mm-mm-mm. What a
Brutal
knockout.
knockout.
Yo,
The uppercut
that
from Hill.
yeah, that right uppercut. And Tank was doing that all night. He connected with some, he missed on some. You know, he was loading up for that right uppercut and that right hook from the southpaw stance. And Leo Santa Cruz, this was the biggest Leo Santa Cruz I've ever seen. He came in there really and truly. He looked like he filled in his body. Let's hear this guy Tank on the post fight review.
It was a weapon that you used throughout that fight. Was that the key for you that you got going into this fight?
It wasn't a key, but I adapted to what he was bringing. So I know he was a taller fighter, and he was crunching up, and he was moving forward. So once he moved forward, I tried to slide from in there and throw the uppercut and make him run into the shot.
Did this fight go the way you thought it was going to go? Listen, I think from the Santa Cruz standpoint, they wanted to take you into deep water. Was it something that you wanted to end early?
Yeah. So once we started fighting, you can see at like the first round, I didn't really warm up
Look
to the
how
fight.
Tank Davis, look at that mask, how he got it on his face and his ears.
I know the game he throw back, so I'm like, he trying to counter off my punch. So I just adapted to what I was into.
I want you to take a look at this knockdown in the sixth round because you were throwing that uppercut and you caught him.
Straight right by Leo Santa Cruz. Didn't bring his hands back in time.
He was just right there for
Mike
it.
Tyson uppercut.
He's a guy that
Yeah. If that man had that, what's that heavyweight's name? What's the guy's name? Tim
he
Witherspoon.
could have won.
You know how Tim Witherspoon keep that right hand
Fighter
or
no
left,
there to
like around his chin. He would have blocked that uppercut. You know what I mean?
Santa Cruz because there was at times he wanted to engage with you. What can you say about him and his toughness tonight?
he's a tough warrior, strong
Leo
Mexican.
Santa Cruz, has been a pro since 2006. 14 years in, and he gets his first pay-per-view in
San Antonio, 9,000
in basically, which is a away game for Tank Davis coming into hostile San Antonio. And Leo Santa Cruz fails miserably. Not that he ain't do good work. He won some rounds. But Leo Santa Cruz, this is why weight matters. And, look, nobody's ever been close to doing this to Leo Santa Cruz. All took was a one punch from the man Tank Davis to end his fight. In the first round, Tank Davis was setting the pace with the jab. He was basically staying on the outside by landing his jab. Leo Santa Cruz was throwing some nice straight right hands up behind the jab and straight right hand counters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Tank turned into a fight, got close and turned into a fight.
Yeah.
Because like I told you in the previous round, I was like, when they went to the corner, I was like, Leo's starting to get marred up a lot.
Mm-hmm. And it started from round 4 when that man Tank Davis said there ain't no safety on this Glock.
Great fighter, you beat and you knocked him out in the sixth round. What message do you think you sent to the boxing public about Gervonta Tank Davis?
First, I want to say I'm a pay-per-view star. Second, I want to say that I'm not joking down to nobody. They know what it is. I'm number one. It shows tonight. I will continue to show the boxing world. Show them all over the world that I'm number one.
Who's speaking up on next? As we wrap this up, there's a lot of guys, Ryan Garcia, there's a lot of guys who called you out.
Let's hear who he wants next.
I don't have to call nobody out right now. I'm the top dog. Everybody know that. So just follow them up. I got them down one by one.
Congratulations, champion.
Yes, sir.
Tank Davis, man, he drew Santa Cruz into a brawl in round 3. Round 3 was when they started, or was it round 4? It ended in round 6, so round 4. It was a close round. Tank Davis was throwing the harder punches, but the right uppercut and the right hooks from close range. I knew, like, then you I was saying that range where they was fighting at favored more Tank Davis.
Yeah. Little shorter arm.
Yeah. And that left uppercut off that straight right hand that Leo Santa Cruz threw just was short, and the man Tank Davis finished him with one punch. Similar to almost like Errol Spence versus Leonard Bundle. Put him under the ropes the same way. You know what I mean? Yeah, but Tank Davis
Sure,
right
though.
his right uppercut was percolating. He was throwing one punch at a time in the first couple rounds. The first two rounds, I had him down. I had him down 2-zip to Santa Cruz, and after four, I had it 2-2. I had Tank Davis winning rounds 3 and 4.
You know what's funny? You kind of remind me of Amir Khan. We got knocked out by Canelo.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely, man. This was a 6 round fight. I had Tank Davis winning this fight, man. I thought it would be a close fight, winning on points, but bad. That's
I picked right though.
Yeah. You were saying knockout the whole time, even months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too little, man.
Yeah.
He too little, and I know Leo like to fight.
Yeah, he do, and he got drawn into a brawl, and that was the end of him, man.
You know what he said in the when they was walking out when they did their little interview? He said if he ended up getting a fight, he gonna brawl at some points. He gonna brawl with him. That's why I knew he was gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, I heard him say that. He gave away his game plan the whole time in interviews. Yeah, man, beautiful knockout, man. Beautiful left upper. I'm sorry. Yeah, left uppercut. Tank Davis had been doing that all night. That wasn't the first uppercut he caught him with. And it was only a matter of time, especially in round 4 when they started brawling. Santa Cruz got a tendency to close his eyes and just throw his hands.
Yeah.
And he looked like he was about to do that in round 4. Then he gathered himself. But he was catching Tank with some straight right hands, beautiful right hands, because the southpaw, which is Tank, his left eye was a little swole, you know what I mean? And Tank Davis did draw blood from, I believe, round 3. Leo Santa Cruz had a little blood dripping from his nose, you know what I mean? So these guys were throwing punches with mean intentions, and so was Santa Cruz, man. Santa Cruz wasn't on some pity pat shit. He was trying to throw some hard, accurate shots, especially at the time he was cornered by Tank Davis in the corner on the ropes. Tank Davis think he got him cornered, but he used his length and reach to throw back them jabs and straight right hands, jabs and then the man Tank Davis backed up. And I was like, okay, hey, but one punch is all it took. Now we know Tank Davis got power in both hands.
Yeah,
You got the second highest KO percentage right now behind Arthur Beterbiev.
Yeah.
Beautiful knockout. Now, look, man, we want to see Tank. We want to see him challenge himself. Because up to now, look, I'm not even as excited as I'd like to be, because really and truly, we don't know how good Tank is. Yeah, he's supposed to do that. We don't know how, and Leo Santa Cruz ain't fought a puncher like this before. You know what I mean?
You want to be honest, he got hurt by Frampton in the first fight.
He sure did.
No big puncher like Tank.
Yeah, he even rocked him on the ropes. So yep, he did. Yeah, man. But we want to know how good Tank Davis is, and fuck all this bringing guys up in weight. This is probably the fifth consecutive guy he's brought up in weight. Okay, the last fight was against who? Gamboa, a guy who's a career featherweight. He fought a mandatory, that guy from Panama. He knocked out in 1 round. Now that guy might be a full-fledged 130-pounder, but who was that guy? Then he fought Hugo Ruiz, a guy who was a former flyweight, super flyweight, 115. Moved him up to 130. And he had been a champion at 122. But there's still a big difference between 122 and 130. That's rigging down Loma, you know what I mean? The fight before that, them Fonseca guys, he hasn't fought. We want to see him against now the top dogs in the top five in the 130-pound division or 135. He got 2 straps tonight. 2 straps. We want to know how good Tank Davis is, and I'm not sure this really answered the questions. Beautiful highlight reel uppercut, knockout, no question about it. Duffel bag switch in the chat says knockout was vicious. Absolutely. Knockout was vicious. But if anybody knows Leo Santa Cruz, ain't nobody ever do that to Santa Cruz. Just put him to sleep. That man was asleep for a while, Pacquiao style. Except not on his face like Pacquiao. He was asleep on his back. Devastating knockout. We want to know how good Tank Davis is. Who we'd like to see him next. Look, if you're holding a Fugazi WBO regular belt, the real WBA super champion goes by the name of Teofimo Lopez. That's a pay-per-view worthy fight. All eyes will be on both of them, you know what I mean, for that fight. So hopefully they can make that one happen next. But, I'm pretty sure politics will get in the way. Top Rank ESPN. Top Rank Showtime, which it shouldn't be because we just seen Deontay Wilder and Fury earlier this year on a joint pay-per-view. If Barbarian believes his guy's number one, let's make this shit happen. Pay-per-view, man. Joint venture. Tank Davis versus Teofimo at 135 pounds.
I'm with it.
Why not? We got a lot of big implications still left in this lightweight division. We got the British guy, Luke Campbell versus Ryan Garcia. Luke Campbell got a chance to win that fight. You know what I'm saying? So we've already settled now. 2 weeks ago, there were more implications. We were talking about, we want to know who's going to win between Leo, Santa Cruz, and Tank, and also Teofimo and Loma. Now, both them fights out the way. Preferably, they need to fight each other. Because Devin Haney right now is about to fight Gamboa. Bullshit fight. They was just blowing smoke up people's asses, fronting like they negotiated with the man Gary Russell. Niggas on YouTube thought they was going to make a fight on YouTube.
I don't want to see no little guy fight no more. I don't want to see no guy drag people up no more. I'm not interested in them kind of fights.
Nope. Because them same people who say Gary Russell's that dude and he can go up there and he'll give Devin Haney a good fight and he could even beat him. Them same people, when Gary Russell loses to Devin Haney, they're going to throw him to the side of the road and they ain't going to talk about him ever again. Just like Rigondeaux. Only us purists, we still talk about Rigondeaux, but there was a lot of people, they just forgot all about Rigondeaux because of that fight. He went up 2 weight classes. So Devin Haney versus Gamboa, I'm not interested in that fight. I will watch it. I thought it's a shit fight because there's plenty of other 135-pounders out there to fight. But overall, tonight's Tank's night. How good is he? Still questions are up in the air. Tank Davis has a lot of casual fans. They talk on Twitter all day, every day. But they're not going to know anything about who this guy Leo Santa Cruz is. They don't know nothing about him. They don't know this guy started out as a bantamweight. You know what I mean? But excellent victory for the man Tank Davis for his first pay-per-view. I gotta give him that. You see, this is different from Floyd versus Arturo Gatti. Now, sure enough, Floyd was light years ahead of Arturo Gatti as far as skill and stuff. But Tank Davis, they both started at 130 pounds. You know what I mean? Arturo Gatti was a champion. Arturo Gatti's a 2-weight champion, 130 and 140. So
he was bigger than Floyd.
They fought at 140. Yeah, when they did fight at Floyd's first pay-per-view, and he was bigger than Floyd. You know what I'm saying? because he had been campaigning at 135, had those fights with guys like Leonard Doreen, you know. But good victory for Tank Davis. Hopefully we see him fight somebody, one of these young dudes, one of these young dudes. Leo Santa Cruz, like I said, has been a pro since 2006, 14 years in the game, gets his first pay-per-view. He's about 32 years old. Tank Davis had about a 6-year age advantage. You know what I'm saying? And he took advantage. And, some of these, look at these fights. Some people, you got to just really look. Some guys are really, they trying to cash out. Some guys are trying to cash out. You check it like Mikey Garcia was trying to cash out, get his first pay-per-view, 12 years in the game, versus what you call it? Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? So overall, man, it was a mean knockout. Mean. Because when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh. Duffel Bag Switch says Santa Cruz has a chin. Yeah, but he ain't, Duffel Bag Switch. Look, Santa Cruz has a chin for his career, yes. But, Santa Cruz don't fight no punches. He really doesn't. Let's be honest about it. You're only as good as your chin if you're in there with a ferocious puncher and you can withstand those punches. Now, if this man Santa Cruz went through this fight, win, lose, or draw, versus Tank Davis, gets hit flush with them type of uppercuts and right hooks and survives, then I will definitely say for sure that man got a chin. Duffelback Switch says Tank versus Lopez won't happen. It's boxing, SMH. Some bullshit, ain't that? That's messed up. Boxing Learner, what the deal? Boxing Learner, big up. He says, why do the majority of his opponents come from small weight classes? Because that's the easiest way to, keep his KO streak alive. You know what I mean? It's just the truth. It's the easiest way to keep his KO streak alive. They were doing the same thing with Triple G. If you knew anything about Triple G on his coming to the States, he was fighting a lot of 154-pounders, knocking him out from Matthew Macklin, Ishida, fucking, what's the other guy's name? What's the other guy's name? Ishida, Matthew Macklin, Kasima Uma, plenty of guys. What's up, PNC? What the deal, my G? PNC in the chat. He said, Duffelbag Switch says, I agree. He needs to fight someone his size. Yeah, and there's guys right now, from the Devin Haney's, Teofimo Lopez's, the winner of Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell. There's plenty of full-fledged lightweights out there. You know what I mean? Or is he going to stay at 130? Because don't forget, this fight tonight was at 130 pounds. Will he stay at 130? If he does, hey, man, him versus Shakur Stevenson. Let's see what's up with that. Shakur Stevenson's now at 130 pounds. You know what I mean? There's fights out there for Tank Davis. PNC King says, who you have up on the card, B. Marsh? Let me look at my scoring card. I had it. It got stopped in the 6th round. Not stopped. He got put to sleep in the 6th round. I had Tank Davis after 5, 48-47, 3 rounds to 2 for Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? 3 rounds to 2 for Tank Davis. That's how I had it before the stop, before he got knocked out in the 6th round. Duffelbag Switch says Tank resume is weak. Is it weak? It's okay. It's not the greatest. It ain't the greatest, but Lil Santa Cruz is a name basically right about now that he has on the resume. You know what I'm saying? Who's the best opponent to me? Before that, the best opponent he ever beat was Pedraza, his first world title in 2016. That was the best opponent to me. was Pedraza. So to me, so far, the best opponent on Tank Davis' resume is Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I mean? So Leo Santa Cruz and Pedraza, best names on his resume. Um, PNC King says Cruz should have moved around, bro. Yeah, that ain't his style, man. Them fellas flat-footed dogs. You know, he was boxing at a time going backwards. You know what I mean? But as far as lateral movement, going backwards, it only means at some point in time your back gonna be against the ropes, and that's where he ended up being. But you know, he got caught. Finally, he got caught on the ropes. You see, in round 6, he got caught with some hellacious bombs. And what did Santa Cruz do? Rather than clinch or move, he tried to trade and slug out with the man Tank. And then he threw a lazy right hand that just missed the target. And he got caught with that uppercut. Good Lord, have mercy, man. Mean. PNC King says, "Yup, was a great win. Cruz was a great win. Is it really a great win, PNC? Really and truly, is it a great win? Another guy being brought from the lower weights. You see, Teofimo Lopez answered questions. You know, some people thought, okay, he knocked out Comey in 2 rounds. That was a lucky punch. Lomachenko said that was a lucky punch. And we didn't really know if he can face adversity going 12. He proved it against Lomachenko. Now, that's a great win. This right here was a highlight reel knockout. First man to ever knock out Santa Cruz. But I'm not too so sure if it's a great win. Chris Caban, any last thoughts before we sign out?
I just picked it. I knew this was gonna happen. The guy too small. The way he fights, he kind of tailor-made for Tank, really.
Yeah, and I said that in my breakdown and prediction. If he's gonna get into these, close your eyes and just throwing punches and bunches, there's a possibility he can get caught in between by hooks, and he got caught by the uppercut. You know what I mean? Left himself open. So the way he fights, man, is tailor-made for sure, man. And Tank Davis just made him into a meme. You know what I mean? He's gonna be a meme on the social media. So B Marsh Boxing signing off, man. PNC King says Cruz wasn't hurting Tank, so Tank went for the kill. I don't know about that. I don't know if he wasn't hurting him. Tank's his what was it? His eyes kind of swole. His left eye from them straight right hands. He was catching a lot of straight right hands. You know what I'm saying? And he was really staying on the outside. It's up until this guy wanted to throw punches and bunches. That range now favors mid-range, favors the man Tank Davis. And that's how he got on the inside and laid him out. Jose Rodriguez says Davis versus Lopez 2021. Let's hope and pray that fight gets made. PNC King says right, but he didn't back up. He was backing up in the first 2 rounds. What you mean? Tank Davis was going backwards. He was going backwards because Leo Santa Cruz was unleashing some straight right hands, some bombs. Now his power hand speed ain't as what you call it? He ain't as heavy-handed as Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? PNC King says Tank set traps for Cruz. Yeah, he sure did, and he got him into brawling, and that's what happened with the man Santa Cruz. He got enticed into a brawling, throwing from close range rather than staying on the outside, using his height and reach, and he got laid out.
You said try months ago when he signed the contract.
Huh? You said what?
You said traps months ago when Leo signed that damn contract.
No bullshit, man. Yeah, man. So, yo, B March Boxing, I'm about to sign out. PNC King says Tank was setting him up for the uppercut. where he was backing up. He was. I agree with you on that 100%. When he was backing up, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he kind of missed him, or even if he touched him, when he throws his right hand, Tank is in perfect range if it's close, if he's on the inside for that right uppercut. And sure enough, that's what ended the man. B Marsh Boxing, big ups to PNC King in the chat. Big ups to everybody in the chat. Jose Rodriguez, Duffel Bag Switch, Boxing Learner, y'all already know. Big ups to everybody. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.